Is debt good or bad? The million-dollar question in business and in everyday life. Generally, if you're using debt to allow you to grow faster and generate more of a return than the debt is going to cost you, well, usually this debt is good. But here are some examples of good debt and bad debt. Let's start with good debt. So number one, low interest debt, what we've all had recently. If we can get debt that is cheap and use it to generate a better return and a higher return than the cost of the interest to us, well, that is normally brilliant. Number two, equipment finance. If you're using debt to finance equipment to allow you to do more in your business, and that's stopping you from spending money on hireage, for example, then that is a good example of using debt to your advantage, especially if you're generating a return and more income on that. Number three, tax pooling. Using your tax money that you should be paying by financing it and paying a small portion of interest so you can keep the money in the business and use that money to generate a higher return than the cost of the interest on that debt. Good. Now for some bad debt. Number one, getting behind on PAYE. That is not good, and enough said. Number two, debt to creditors. Not paying money to people you owe money to, especially if you're deliberately doing it. That's shit behavior and you need to get on top of it. Number three, getting behind on GST. No, we don't work for the IRD, but this stuff slows you down and it's a bad sign that the business isn't working very well from a cash flow perspective and something needs to be sorted. These bad debt behaviors are a great sign that something isn't quite right in the business or for the cash flow of your business. If you want help with this, then sing out and we can help teach you what is good debt, what is bad debt, and how you can understand it for your specific business. Or check out our recent podcast, Debt Can Be Your Friend.